Right. Welcome to today's edition of biology. So we are continuing with the central nervous system from coordination, and today we are going to discuss about the following areas. One, we'll discuss about the human brain, and two, we are going to discuss about the cerebellum and its major functions, and three, we'll talk about the cerebellum and its functions as well. And four, we have the medulla oblongata, hypothalamus, and the pituitary gland. So I think for these ones, they will be discussed in the upcoming lesson, but they were supposed to be included. Now, the human central nervous system is made up of the brain and the spinal cord, because a lot of people akamva nkhani ya nervous system, they just think about the brain. So it is made up of the brain and the spinal cord. So the spinal cord is an extension of the brain and is often found enclosed in the vertebral column. Tikamayang'ana nkhani ya locomotion, kunsana kumakhala chija timachitcholi chi backbone. So mene muja mulipati pene timachitcholi vertebral column. Remember, all animals with a backbone are called vertebrates. So mkati mwa chimene chija chi spinal cord chija, chi backbone, ni mmene ka spinal cord kapena kantsempha kamene kaka kamadutsa. So the main function of backbone ije makhoti ifuna izipanga protect this spinal cord from external physical force. Now, let's talk about the human brain. That is only a brief overview of the spinal cord. Let's talk about the human brain. So the brain controls all functions of the body, and it is divided into two columns. The left hemisphere and the right hemisphere controls all functions of the body. You can bear with me that maybe for you to have that phone, first of all you had to think. You had to come up with an idea of taking that phone. And for you to hear whatever I'm saying here is because you have a brain which is interpreting the voice that you're hearing. So that brain is interpreting, then you're able to understand because you have the brain. That is why when somebody is being under mental illness, you find out that these people, they behave in a weird way since the brain is not working. So it controls all functions of the body. So let's proceed. So these two hemispheres are interconnected by a group of nerves called corpus callosum. Corpus callosum. Ndekuti tikayang'ana mbali yaku hemisphere means half. Kuti brain imagawidwa pakati ni half. Mbali yaku ni mbali yaku, ku left ni ku right. So amanena kuti left and right imapangidwa connected by a group of nerves called corpus callosum. So the right hemisphere controls the activities of the left side of the body, while the left hemisphere controls the right side of the body. So here are other parts of the brain. Ababa, to make it short and brief, tionaonena kuti brain yagawidwa pakati, mbali inayi imakhala ku left, mbali inayi ku right. So the right controls the left, while the left controls the right. That's how it works. So we have other parts like the gray matter. So the gray matter is the outermost part of the brain. So gray, it's a color. It means that name comes following the color of the matter. So is the outermost part of the brain. Outermost part of the brain. Ndikuti chakunja kweni kweni obongoko. It is this thing that we call the gray matter. Then we have the white matter. So it lies beneath the gray matter. So after the gray matter, pasi pakepo mkati mwa chemo kapena titero momakhala imene iti kuchoti white matter. Then we have the duller matter. So this one is a tough and delicate outer membrane of the brain which protect the brain from outer mechanical force. The function of this part is to protect the brain from nangasi ubongo umakhala ngati waphalaphala sukhala olimba. So kajula kakuna kuti kamakhala ka tough and delicate. So kamene kantchito wake ndionena kuti kazipanga protect the brain from outer mechanical force, any force. Right. So this is the structure of the brain. As you can see in this diagram, we have the cerebellum in front. Then we have the skull. The skull is what we call chigaza muchichewa chimenechi ndi chifupa. Then we have the hypothalamus chankati mucha. Then we have the thalamus, tili ndi corpus callosum imene tayiona kunena kuti they are groups of nerves that connect the two hemispheres of the brain. Tili ndi the cerebellum. Yes, so we have the medulla oblongata, the spinal cord, neck bones, the pituitary gland as parts of the human brain. These are the parts of the human brain. Cerebellum, the skull, the thalamus, hypothalamus, corpus callosum. Yes, we have the medulla oblongata, the spinal cord, and the neck bones. Yeah, as parts of the brain. So let's talk about cerebellum. So cerebellum is the largest part of the human brain. This one is the largest part of the human brain. It means ubongo wathu wonse mbali yayikulu ndi cerebellum. So it makes up about 2/3 of the brain. 2/3 of the brain. 2/3 ndikuti ndi 2/3. Kunena momveka bwino ndikuti pa ubongo utatu uliwonse uwiri ndi cerebellum. Yeah, ndiyoncho. Ngati titenge madzi tathire mkapu. So kapuyo ikhale kunena kuti okay titengene kuti tathire mu dish ya 40 liters. Pa 40 liters ipo tinene kuti pa 3 liters iliyonse imene ili mu dishimo pa 40 liters ija as whole. So 3 liters iliyonse ndikuti muli 2 liters maybe ya telekezo tinaphatikiza madzi ndi magazi. Ndiye magazi ndi 230. Ndikuti ngati dish yazaza ndi 40 liters ndikuti pa 3 liters iliyonse 2 liters ni magazi. Ndikuti 1 liter ni madzi. That's what it means. Mwina ndi gulu la anthu anyamata ndi atsikana ambirimbiri ndakunena kuti 2/3 ndi atsikana. Zotanthauza kuti pa anyamata pa anthu atatu aliwonse awiri kumakhala atsikana ndikuti nyamata kumakhalapo mmodzi. That's what it means. So it makes up 2/3 of the brain. Its outer layer is called cerebral cortex and it is highly folded. to increase the surface area as it has a higher number of neurons. Outer layer is called cerebral cortex, so it is highly folded. Ndiye mumene mumapezeka ma neurons ochuluka kwambiri. That is why it is folded. So we have functions of the cerebellum. Functions of the cerebellum. 1. It is a thinking center. It is a thinking center. This is where thinking takes place. In short, if you want to think, the cerebellum is working. If you don't think, your cerebellum maybe is useless or it has expired. You just have to take it and throw it away. It's a mess. So it is the thinking center. It is involved in learning, imagination, and creativity. So when you are learning, you use your cerebellum to understand what the teacher is trying to tell you, or whatever the message is being conveyed. You learn because of the cerebellum. Mwana tikamaphunzitsa zinthu mwina kuyankhula amama akuphunzira zimene zija kuti cerebellum ndi imene kugwira ntchito imasungira zimenezo. Imagination. You think. There are times you think, oh, ndakhala kuti ndalowa ndalama, what can I do? Ndakhala ndapanga chakuti, like that. And creativity. Creativity akuchokera kuma kuti creating. So you create something which was not there or which has never existed. That's creativity. Ndekuti kuti anthu apange create chinthu chinaki chatsopano, cerebellum imakhala kuti yalowererapo. It is a memory center. This is where memories are stored. Anandibera ndalama zanga amene ucha ndigaluka basi. Yes, memories are stored in the cerebellum as well. It is a center of memory. It is the intelligence center. Intelligence, zero. Very intelligent. Ndete muzona kuti okay, munthu ndi wanzeru kwambiri. Ngati kamati ndi wanzeru, measure imeneyo is coming from cerebellum as well. Nzeru zimasungidwa kumeneko. It is responsible for personality and character of a person. Character. Makhalidwe yako ni machitidwe ako a munthu. Cerebellum yako ndi imene makhala kuti kugwira ntchito. That is why people suffering from cerebral malaria, they act in an abnormal way, something like madness. Cerebral malaria. It is responsible for emotions such as joy and sorrow. My emotions as well. If you're happy, it means your cerebellum is okay. If you're sad, the cerebellum is okay as well. That is why you see that people with mental illness, maybe they cannot be sad or they cannot be happy. They can laugh at something maybe which does not make sense because the cerebellum is knocked. It controls the voluntary body movement, for example, walking and jumping. Voluntary body movement. Mayendedwe. Kudumba ndi zina zotero. Controlled by the cerebellum. It receives and interprets impulses from the sense organs. Let's assume wapya. Skin yabanga sense ululu. Skin kutumiza uthenga ku brain kuti wapya pajala. Cerebellum ikuliuza diso kuona. Diso likuona. Ikuliuza kamwa lira. Ukulira ukunkono kuta ukuthawisapo. So it receives and interprets impulses from the sense organs. It means iwe kukhala kuti cerebellum yako is not working, you cannot sense anything. Sungamve kuwawa, sungatani, because the cerebellum is not working. That is why most of the people may be under surgery. They are given anesthetics, types of drugs, so that they can the drugs slows down the activity of the brain. Whatever you may call it. Let's talk about the cerebellum. So it's found below the layer part of the cerebellum, just near the cerebellum, under the cerebellum. It is smaller in size than cerebellum, and it is also divided into two hemispheres. Nayo so imagawidwa pawiri. It is higher folded, and it has a higher folded outer surface and hence a higher number of neurons. The cerebellum also it is highly folded, and it has a large or a high number of neurons. It's the same, so it's the same with this one. Functions of cerebellum. Okay, it was supposed to be cerebellum. Please forgive me for that. Should be cerebellum. 1, it coordinates body movements. Coordinates body movements. To coordinate is to combine different activities so that something can take place. It's like controlling in such way. It's a control as well. It maintains body balance and posture. For you to stand, you can see that umayima ni miyendo iwiri. Koma suugwayi wangoyima chonchi. Sukuyeneka kukhala ni miyendo folo kuti uyime. Body balance imabweraso chifukwa cha cerebellum. That is why when people are drunk, the cerebellum is affected a lot as well, whereby you see somebody maybe struggling, failing to walk appropriately, and posture as well. Kaimido, okay, ndikale chonchi, ndime chonchi, ndiloze uku, ndigone chonchi. The cerebellum controls posture as well. It maintains the dexterity in fine movements, e.g. using fingers in skills like playing a guitar. Dexterity, that we are looking at the functioning of these organs like fingers. Yet tidzalati tikamemba gitala muziruoni timakhato chenjera kwambiri changamuka kusinthana kenaka kupita without looking at it zimakhoti zinthu zikuchitika normally. So this is another function of cerebellum. So akukamba zama fingers in some skills and tasks such as playing the guitar. So from here, in the next lesson, we are going to discuss about the medulla oblongata. We'll talk about the medulla oblongata, the hypothalamus, and the spinal cord. So that's our next lesson. If there are questions, feel free to ask. We are here for you. Feel free to ask. You've been with me, your tutor for biology, Chikondi Dama. Thank you very much for being there. Thank you very much for your time.